The second largest teachers union, the American Federation of Teachers, has resigned from her post in the Democratic National Committee. Randi Weingarten stepping down, saying she was no longer in step with leadership. Joining us now to discuss, Defending Education's Director of Outreach, Erika Sanzi. Good morning to you, Erika. Great to see you.
Good morning, Jan.
So Weingarten has been an at-large member for about 23 years. Talk about why this matters and what this means.
So there's a lot going on with this story. First of all, one thing being nobody knew. It appears that she had left this out of her biography all the time. Nobody in the media ever covered it. It's hard to know whether they knew and just didn't tell people, or they didn't know either. But yeah, she's been involved with the committee in an official capacity for 23 years. She actually sat on the Rules and Bylaws Committee from 2009 until 2022, when she was demoted because the guy that she had wanted to become the DNC chair, or the whatever the head person is of that person didn't win. So sort of, her first choice didn't win, so the other guy won and she was demoted. And my sense is, and she seems to be saying in her resignation, she doesn't agree with the direction that they're going in, and so she's stepping off. But the story really is, oh my God, I can't believe she was on that to begin with. Why was that never mentioned in, when people wrote about who she was? Yeah, and one other little tidbit is people have gone digging since that story, and Becky Pringle of the NEA is also an at-large member of the DNC. So there you go.
So what do you make about this? I mean, ethically, legally, talk about all the different things involved in this and why this is so stunning for so many people.
I think for one thing, it makes it a lot harder for them to claim that they represent all of their members, regardless of political affiliation. Because again, like, there's many teachers in those ranks who do not align with the politics of the leadership. And yet, they're very entwined with the party. I believe now it's like 99 point something percent of the donations of the DNC go to the Democrats. So I think that they just need to stop pretending that they're anything close to nonpartisan, or that they, support all of their members equally and impartially. They're really a massive influential player when it comes to the Democratic Party.
Another big story we're following this morning, big controversy out of Philadelphia, where new curriculum for public high school students has parents, teachers, even students there riled up. An article I read stated, quote, "The world history and social studies curriculum is handing out assignments that include replacing the national anthem after critically examining race and racism." What in the world? What does this even mean?
Yeah, this is great reporting by Franny Block at the Free Press. And it appears that a teacher sort of leaked this curriculum. So first of all, it's recommended to teachers, so they have the power to decide whether they want to follow this or not in their classrooms. And it's really just, again, steeped in ideology. So they teach that industry leads to greed and exploitation. The social studies curriculum director has publicly shared images of the American flag being thrown in the trash. This person compares the United States to the Soviet Union and North Korea, and also publicly posted, and I quote, "Every child should walk into a classroom and feel the revolution stirring in the air, because that's what real education is, liberation with a syllabus." So, feedback from teachers who are critical of this program has been that it gives students a really overwhelmingly negative view of our history, does not teach students how to evaluate information or think critically, or, listen to arguments and then form their own opinions and conclusions.
Do we even know where it came from, where this curriculum came from?
I'm not clear on that, so I don't know. What I do know is that the teacher who leaked the curriculum says that they feel like the district is essentially saying it's okay for teachers to be activists, and that this entire curriculum is about activism and teaching bias. And they were concerned enough to, again, leak this to the press.
Right. And again, this is not required, but it is, as you mentioned, recommended, correct?
But in some, right. And in some ways, that's, I mean, again, that kind of gives people an idea of how chaotic things can be in terms of curriculum, right? Because you could have 5 different classes being taught history
In one
in the
way.
same grade, and then 3 of the teachers may decide they're going to pick from this menu of insanity, and the other ones decide that they're not going to. So there's a consistency problem here for sure. There's also an ideological problem here.
Defending Education's Director of Outreach, Erika Sanzi. Always great to see you. I hope you have a great weekend. Thanks for joining us.
You too. Thanks, Jan.
Thank you.